Mailing a BCBS Minnesota prior authorization request is a dead end. Since 2019, the payer rejects every faxed or phoned-in auth and accepts them only through the Availity provider portal. As of 2019, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Minnesota stopped accepting prior authorization requests by fax or phone for addiction treatment providers. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Minnesota. Here is the provider portal and claims workflow for addiction treatment billers, from paper claims to Availity submissions. We cover what you can still mail, what must go through Availity, and the clinical criteria behind every coverage decision. BCBS Minnesota is the state's largest insurer, with more than 1 in 3 Minnesotans carrying a plan. So its addiction treatment volume is hard to avoid. More than 1 in 3 Minnesotans carry a Blue Cross Blue Shield of Minnesota plan, and the payer has operated in the region since the 1930s. The nonprofit affiliate banks over $13 billion in revenue per year, so it touches a large share of the state's behavioral health claims. Many addiction treatment-specific forms cannot be submitted outside Availity. Mail one and it simply will not process, costing you days against the auth and claim clock. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Minnesota is not accepting all utilization management forms by mail, especially many addiction treatment-specific forms. Forms found on the BCBSM website often cannot be submitted by mail at all, so the wrong channel means no coverage determination moves forward. Behave Health's revenue cycle management service is designed to handle the BCBS Minnesota workflow end-to-end, and it works only for behavioral health providers, not healthcare generalists. The RCM team holds strong working relationships with every major insurance company in the United States, BCBS affiliates included. Behave Health is not a healthcare generalist. The team works only for behavioral health and addiction treatment providers like you. 3 factors decide whether a BCBS Minnesota submission lands cleanly: the channel, the address, and the clinical criteria behind it. Miss the right channel, the right address, or the criteria, and the submission stalls. Let us walk through all 3. Step 1. Submit every prior authorization through the Availity provider portal. Since 2019, all prior authorization requests must be submitted through the Availity provider portal. Fax and phone are no longer accepted. BCBS Minnesota joined many other BCBS affiliates in adopting Availity, an increasingly commonplace EDI clearinghouse, for this paperwork. Step 2. When a form truly can be mailed, send paper claims to the right document processing box. Mailable paper billing claims go to Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Minnesota, Document Processing Center, P.O. Box 982805, El Paso, Texas, 79998-2805. Provider adjustments and appeals use a separate box, P.O. Box 982800, at the same El Paso Document Processing Center. Step 3. Confirm the service meets BCBS Minnesota's clinical criteria before you submit anything. The clinical guidelines tell you exactly which benchmarks and criteria must be met to establish coverage for a given addiction treatment service. Criteria are synthesized in-house by the Blue Cross Medical and Behavioral Health Policy Committee, drawing from EviCore guidelines, Federal Employees Programs policies, and Interqual. Because BCBS Minnesota blends several criteria sets in-house, coverage determinations are more subjective than objective, so your documentation has to do the convincing. Drawing from EviCore, Federal Employees Programs, and Interqual and synthesizing them internally makes a determination more subjective than objective. Familiarize yourself with the criteria before searching for the claims address. It tells you what coverage actually requires. Behave Health's RCM service is built to cover every component of addiction treatment billing, the same pieces a BCBS Minnesota submission touches. The service includes verification of benefits and utilization review, the front-end checks that decide whether a BCBS Minnesota claim is even viable. It also covers billing and collections and patient responsibility, so the dollars owed by payer and patient are both tracked. And it covers denials and appeals, the back end where a subjective BCBS Minnesota determination most often has to be fought. Behave Health is designed to give hyper-detailed, hands-on attention to every single component of your addiction treatment billing, from the first benefit check to the final appeal. The RCM service is designed to support soup-to-nuts attention to each billing component, rather than leaving pieces to chance. Because the team works only in behavioral health, the workflow is designed around payers like BCBS Minnesota and their addiction treatment rules. Stop mailing prior auths. BCBS Minnesota will process. Book a 20-minute demo of behavioral health RCM at behavehealth.com. See verification, utilization review, billing and denials and appeals support built for behavioral health payers at behavehealth.com.